Hey, what's up? What's up? What's going on, Solar Family? How are you guys? Hopefully, you guys doing amazing. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. How are you guys doing? It's Friday, December 16th. Christmas is coming right around the corner. Hopefully, you guys doing amazing. Hopefully, you guys spending a lot more time with your family, your friends. Super excited to do these lives with you guys. But if you haven't scheduled your solar strategy call yet, for the folks that haven't done so, make sure you schedule your free solar strategy call at freesolarstrategycall.com. Especially if you want to get started in solar, you need some direction, you need installers, you need a better red line leads. You want to learn how to sell virtually, or you're a contractor that deals with homeowners. Make sure you book your free solar strategy call, solarstrategycall.com. So every single Friday, I'm going to go live. Actually, starting next year, I'm going to go live even more with you guys. Um, Next year, I really want to help out and really help you grow your book of business. So I'm not home right now, as you can see. I'm actually in one of our Airbnbs out here in Texas. But again, I want to go live. I want to be able to share what I know in solar. I've been in solar for, I want to say over 8 years now. And I want to pour in as much as I can to you guys so you guys can grow your business, so you can change your life as well, right? Super blessed in this industry. But yeah, so there's a few things I wanted to talk about. I mean, first and foremost, obviously the NEM 3.0 in California. That's a big, massive deal out there in California right now with NEM 3.0. I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper as well of what I know about NEM 3.0. But it's going to definitely change the solar industry in California, unfortunately. I know solar, we're really resilient. So we're going to find a workaround this problem, right? This problem that we have regarding the adoption of solar out in California. But the only thing is, keep in mind that maybe you're not in California. You're like, you know what? That doesn't pertain to me. Just be aware that California is the trendsetter, right? The trendsetter. So meaning that what happens in California, eventually it trickles down in other states as well. So we really got to be watching out on what's happening in California regarding solar, because that's normally the trend. What happens over there, it starts trending in different states. And the next thing you know, our industry is completely wiped out because we're not following what's going on in California, right? So with NEM 3.0, it was, as of yesterday, they basically released a bill December 15th, yesterday, that they're no longer buying back all the energy that is overproduced with a solar system, right? Because California has the best net metering program, meaning they're buying back most of the energy from 95 to 100% of the energy produced that's pumped back in the grid. The utility company normally does a 1-for-1 buyback. So right now, instead of 1-for-1 buyback, they're looking only to buy back or give the homeowner 25%, right? Or reduce the buyback by 70%, 75%. So as you can see, that is a drastic difference from a 1-to-1 buyback to, to reducing the buyback by 75%, right? So meaning that with net energy metering, most of you guys know that when you overproduce with solar, which homeowners normally do, right, during the morning to like the early evening when most homeowners are at work, that excess energy goes back into the grid as a storage. And when the homeowner gets back home, that energy gets pulled out. And normally in California, it's a 1-to-1 buyback. So that energy needs to go somewhere, right? For solar to make sense in any industry, right? That NEM has to make sense. So unfortunately, the CPUC, the California Public Utility Commission in California, just screwed the whole solar program out there, right? So if they're not buying back all the energy and they're only going to buy back 25% of the energy, that's going to be a very big problem in California. So what I see as a countermeasure, obviously batteries would be the best solution. That would be kind of like the immediate solution. But the cost of battery is still fairly expensive, as you guys may or may not know. So I honestly feel definitely a lot of batteries are going to be sold in California. But I don't know how that's going to offset, the remaining, 75% of energy that the utility companies aren't buying back. So that can cause a really, really big problem. But the great thing is, for a temporary amount of time, the great thing is, and this is the urgency, especially if you're selling California, the urgency is to get as many homeowners as we can in California to go solar, because they're going to be grandfathered in the net energy metering 2.0. If they install solar, I think it's April 14th. Don't quote me on that. April 14th, 2023, I think is the last day to get grandfathered in the current net metering 2.0. And anything after that, after April 3rd, 14th, I think, 14th or 15th, you guys can look, do some research as well. After April 14th to 15th, then every single homeowner in California that goes solar after that date has to be in the net metering 3.0. Okay. So there is a small amount of opportunity right now to get as many homeowners as we can in the net energy metering 2.0, the NEM 2.0. So if you have homeowners that's on the fence that are in California, or it may also be good talking points for you as well. If you're outside of California, if homeowners are still on the fence, like holding on to the fence, you could let them know, hey, this is what's happening in California. They're changing the net energy metering program, meaning that homeowners are no longer going to be able to save as much money as they can with solar. So even if we're not in California, we should move forward with solar ASAP, because our current condition right now, there's a buyback program, and you don't want that buyback program to go away. And then now you don't have the ability, someone keeps calling me, you don't have the ability now to buy that energy back. So solar wouldn't make sense, and now homeowners won't save any more money. So that may be a good talking points for you as well, to kind of talk about what's going on in California. They're basically, setting the trend out there. And then from there, paint that picture to them. And, at the end of the day, that policy, those things that happen in California may trickle down, in other states as well. Let's get solar on your home ASAP. Okay. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to chime in here today. But basically, if you guys have any questions, let me know, right? Let me know if you guys have any questions, because I want to be able to answer all you guys' questions. This is Q&A Friday with James, and I want to answer any questions you guys may have, right? And I'm going to plug in more and more often with you guys as well here live, and share news like this as well. And also, good news as well, right? This one is definitely a big blow to solar. I know we are resilient in this industry. The policy makers are not going to be able to stop this freight train from moving, right? We'll find a way. We're like water, right? Water, you spill it on the floor, you spill it somewhere, it finds its way, right? It finds other holes and cracks to get out of a container for whatever reason, right? For some reason. But if you guys haven't scheduled your free solar strategy call yet, make sure you guys book your call, right? solarstrategycall.com. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and type it in the chat. Hopefully you guys can hear me and see me as well. Last week I didn't have any video, but if you guys have any questions, let me know. And tune in and let me know where you guys are coming in from, right? Let me know where you guys are coming in from, whether you're watching me live right now, or you're watching this on a replay. Let me know where you guys are coming in from. And again, if you're watching this live on a replay, if you have any questions, I literally reply back personally to all of the messages that I get in the comments. And if you have any questions, post it there. Better off, make sure you just book the call, right? solarstrategycall.com. We're also releasing a new software. Super excited. We've been working on this solar software, revolutionary solar software, for over 2 years now. We're getting ready to launch it, and I want to reveal it to you guys as well. I don't have a link yet for it, but I will start, showing you guys or giving you guys a link so you guys can check it out. If you guys are looking for leads, if you guys are looking for better installers, if you guys are looking for training, everything is going to be all in one place for you guys to take advantage of. we're also going to have 7 streams of income in that software, which is amazing. And I'm super excited about it because I honestly feel that this is such an amazing industry. But sometimes when you're closing deals, solar installs can take a little bit of time, right? And I'm not discouraging you not to sell solar. Go ahead and sell solar. But imagine if you had other streams of income in the solar industry. And while you're waiting for the big pops, what I like to call it, as far as the solar installation, those commissions are big pops. While you're waiting for those big pops, hold on one second, okay? Hello? Yeah, who's this? Peter, who? I'm sorry. Hold on one second, Peter. Hold on one second, Peter. All right, as we speak, and we're getting calls for our solar strategy calls. Yeah, so super excited about that. I'm gonna start releasing it more and more. I'm gonna start leaking it out to you guys as well. And leak it out to your friends and family as well, right? That are in solar, or your colleagues that are in solar. Because there's gonna be ways where you can override deals, make a ton of additional income on top of your solar commissions, right? Super, super excited about it. But yeah, that's going to be the upcoming news for Q1. As far as our software, we are going to have an early adopter bonus as well for folks that join us, as an early adopter. There's going to be some additional bonuses as well. So super, super excited to launch that new software that I've been working really hard with myself and my team. We've been really cracking at this for over 2 years now. And we're getting ready to launch it to really help a lot more solar representative, solar consultants like yourself crush it, right, in 2023. Because for me personally, I personally have multiple streams of income in solar. Not only selling deals, not only the sales organization, we have a software as well. We sell solar leads, we create websites, we do coaching. So we have a few different revenue streams that I'm literally going to share with you as well. All the revenue streams that I have in solar, I'm literally going to open it up to all the solar reps out there so they can also get a piece of our revenue stream. So you can make some affiliates and commissions while you're waiting for your big pops and installations to happen. Well, one second, everybody. Awesome. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, again, I reply back to every single comment, every single comment in this channel. So if you guys have any questions, whether you're watching this live, whether you're watching on a replay, I would love to answer any questions you guys may have, right? This is actually more for you guys than myself. Hold on one second, everybody. There's some things popping up on my screen. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have, solar objections questions, I literally just got off the solar objections with throwdown with Aurora. I think that was last week and a half ago. That was fun, right? That was fun. But yeah, those folks in the throwdown was amazing as well. But yeah, if you guys have any questions as far as like how to get started in solar, maybe you already are in solar, you want to learn how to sell solar virtually, or maybe you're just looking, maybe you're a contractor, you're looking to get in solar. You're like, I'm hearing a lot of buzz about this solar thing. Make sure you book your solar strategy call, right? solarstrategycall.com. But the main thing I wanted to talk about today was the NEM 3.0 in California. Really, really big deal in solar. And again, even if you're not in California, you're not selling solar in California, just keep an eye on it, right? Because that eventually, the policies, what's going on out there will eventually trickle down in other states as well, right? So we really got to keep a close eye on it. The 3.0. If you're near California, if you want to go out there and rally against the 3.0, I know there's a bunch of rallies and things like that. I mean, it's a positive, peaceful rallies. Make sure you try to get involved in those as well. As much noise as we can make that this is a bunch of BS as far as these policymakers, what they're doing in our industry. We need to make some noise about it, right? Because this affects everybody, right? It doesn't just affect me. my family, my livelihood, my business. It affects everybody in the solar industry, right? Everybody. So we all need to rally behind the policies that they put in place in California, NEM 3.0, and do the best we can to to remove that policy eventually, right? Um, so yeah, if you guys have any questions, again, you guys can catch me. Book a call, solarstrategycall.com, solarstrategycall.com. I also, again, I want to tell you guys about our software that we're releasing here fairly soon. Early adopters, we would call founding members, are going to get a significant discount um, by using this software, right? So if your red lines are high, if not only that, let me back up a little bit, right? If your installation partners are not so great, and on top of that, your red lines and your commissions aren't so great either, this is going to be an amazing platform for you to plug into. I personally do all the vetting for all the installers that's getting onboarded onto our software. I want to make sure that these installers have really great reviews, really treat the homeowner the way homeowners should be treated. If there's any problems, they're going to come out, fix the problems in a timely manner. So I'm super excited to release this to you guys as well in late December, early Q1. And again, there's going to be a handful of people that gets early adopter option, where you can get in at a very significant discount, right? But next Friday, I'll show you guys the 7 streams, right? Because it's gonna this software is gonna have 7 streams of income. Obviously, selling solar is the number one stream. Okay, selling solar is the number one stream of income because you guys are making big money, right? All of us, 5, 10 plus $1,000 selling solar. But what I want to do is also give you guys an opportunity to make a more passive income, so it covers all your expenses, right? Right in the chat right now, what are you guys' expenses? Let me know. How much are you guys currently spending right now, every single month to, put food on the table, pay for rent, mortgage, car notes, uh, cell phone bills? What does that look like? Whether you're watching this live or a chat, how much are you guys currently paying right now for you guys' overhead, your monthly overhead? What does that look like? What does that look like for you guys? Just out of curiosity. I'm just gonna reply to a text really quick. Awesome. So whatever that is, right? Whatever your overhead expenses are, mine may be a little bit more than some folks, because we do have 8 kids, right? So that's definitely gonna increase the monthly overhead to feed all these kids, house them, and put their clothes on their back, right? And also some of these kids, or my kids, already go to college as well, so that's another story of its own. But the idea is, the passive income in our software will cover all your expenses. I mean, think about that for a second. If you can cover all your expenses passively, right, in our software, imagine how much more relaxed you'll be when you're talking to homeowners, right? How much more pressure will be relieved off of your back, because you know that the expenses, your monthly overhead expenses, are being paid for. And all of the pops, right? The big pops when the solar systems gets installed on homes, that's just extra income. Imagine if solar installation was just extra income. Imagine that, right? So if say, for example, you're closing 2 deals a month right now, 3 deals. When I was selling full time with Solar City, our quota was 10. Okay. It was 10 deals. Right? 10 deals. And for me personally, my average was between, I want to say 13 to 16 deals a month average when I was personally closing deals. But again, our quota was 10. Okay. It was 10. If you didn't produce 10 every single month consecutively, you're going to get a PIP. a performance improvement plan, right? Your manager's going to sit down with you at Starbucks and be like, let's have a little talk, right? So 10. So I don't know where I was going with that, but I forgot what I was going to I forgot what I was going to talk about there. But again, okay. Imagine if you were able to close two deals a month of $5,000, right? Average. And again, I just want to make a quick income disclaimer. I'm not saying that you're making this kind of money. You're going to make this kind of money. You may make no money, right? In solar, in our software, just to get that clear, because the internet police is always listening, and I'm not guaranteeing any income, right? I'm not guaranteeing any income. So, but imagine if you were able to make $10,000, close two deals, make 10 grand, and that $10,000 is extra. Okay, it was this extra. So, what would you do if you're watching this live this long, and you've been watching me for 20 minutes? What would you do with an extra $10,000? Let me ask you that. What would you do with extra $10,000? Type it in the chat, whether you're watching this live or you're watching on a replay. What would you do with an extra $10,000 a month? Okay. So this is what I would do. Right? Thanks for asking. This is what I would do. I would buy more investment properties, maybe one more, right? Investment property with an extra 10 grand. And I would probably buy another truck, or not another truck, a truck. I've been wanting to get a Raptor, right? Since I'm out here in Texas now, I've been looking at these Raptors. But yeah, I want to get a Ford Raptor. I'll probably get one of those, right? And add it onto the car collection, right? But I would probably get another truck. And I probably still have extra, right? From there, and save the rest, invest whatever else is whatever else is left over, right? That's what I would do with it. So what would you do with it? What would you do with it? Awesome. Other than that, everybody, if you guys have any questions, again, type it in the comments. Make sure you book your free solar strategy call at solarstrategycall.com, solarstrategycall.com. I'm live every single Friday. I'm here to answer any questions that you have. And I'm also going to, give you guys some news and updates and tips and tricks and things to that nature as well every time I go live with you guys. Okay. But I'm going to sign off today, but next week, I'm going to give you guys some more updates on NEM 3.0. I'm going to share even more with you guys the 7 streams of income that you have the possibility of getting involved in as well. And I'm super excited to launch that software next year. So again, make sure that you guys also book your solar strategy call, solarstrategycall.com. Hey, what's up, Bruce? Yeah, so right now we have a few different options in the cost of the platform. We're rolling out right now only one cost, right? But we are going to roll out a few different packages as well. Right now, it's going to be $297 a month, right? $297 a month. And I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. I'm gonna tell you a sneak peek. With that $297 a month, right? We're also giving the ability for you to have an affiliate commission, right? Affiliate commission. So meaning that if you decide to recruit a couple people onto the software, you're going to get an average between $60 to $97. Let's say $100, right? Keep it simple. Say, for example, it's $100, $97, $100. So imagine recruiting people to be on your team or just to use the software, not even your team, right? To use the software. And you're making $100 for every single person that gets in the software. Imagine if you bring on 3 people on the software, right? 3 is for free. Yours is for free. Let's bring on 3 more other people, right? So now you got 6 people that's using the software. Now you're making an extra $300 every single month, and your membership is free. And you're making $300 every single month. This is 3, and you can scale from there, right? 3, now it's paying maybe for a cell phone bill. Maybe it's paying for a car note, right? Say, for example, you have $1,000 electric or $1,000, rent, or a $1,000 mortgage payment, or $1,000 car payment. Imagine bringing on 6, 7 people, right? Maybe 8 people. And now all of that covered. All of that's covered. Then you don't have to worry about it every single month. that is just running, or you're making money passively every single month. So it's super, super exciting. But that's just one part of it. That's just one part of it. Okay, everybody, that's just one. And that's leads and the CRM and an installer. Yes, it's all going to be housed in one. Great question, Bruce. Installers are going to be in there. Pipeline management is going to be in there. All the emails, the text messages are all in there. We already have copywriters that wrote everything for you. Let me give you an example. One of our students joined our coaching program a week and a half ago. Yeah, probably almost 2 weeks now. He joined our coaching program, and from there, he uploaded some leads that he had, and I want to say a couple hours later, right around there, I don't know the timing, but because of our amazing campaigns, our automated emails and text messages that went out, he was automatically getting electric bills popping up into the software because of an automated sequence that we already created from. So the only thing he basically did was upload his contact information. We turned on his campaign, and boom, he was getting electric bills based on the campaigns that we've already created. It's freaking amazing. It's hands down amazing. Okay. And I'm not being biased either, because again, it's just not all me. I have a big input as far as the software, how things should be ran, emails, text messages that should go out. But we have an expert, and his job is to write copy, write email, write text that converts. Okay. He's a lot smarter than I am as far as writing, copy, sales copy. Okay. Talk about how to sell with NEM 3.0. I don't want to give too much information right now on how to sell it, Abel, because for me personally, I haven't sold one yet, right? And my team hasn't sold one yet. For me personally, I'm still reaching out to people in the industry and seeing like how they would countermeasure, right? The NEM 3.0. Top of mind quickly, I would say go with batteries, right? Because again, the utility grid is just one big battery, right? For any industry, for any state, right? Or any utility company. So basically that just becomes a storage bank. So meaning that if that utility company, any utility company is just a storage bank for the homeowner to utilize, right? NEM, I honestly feel it has to go in some sort of battery, in some sort of storage. The only problem I see with storage is, as you guys already know, it's fairly expensive right now. So maybe because California is such a trendsetter and there's a lot of solar systems being installed in California, maybe this would drive the cost of battery backup down to make it make sense in California. Because again, if the policies are happening in California, it trickles down to other states, right? But the good thing is, what I can see is if batteries are required in California, and the only way it would make sense is to reduce the overall cost of the battery, then I honestly feel because of that reduced cost in California, that reduced cost will also trickle down throughout the nation for battery backup, right? I mean, that's my prediction right now. I will share with you guys the more I know on how to sell NEM. But right now, because it got released yesterday, and it's not going to be active till I think April 14th or 15th, it's the opportunity to reach out to as many homeowners as you can in California. And I honestly feel if you do blitzes, right? If you guys are still knocking doors, I mean, obviously for me personally, I've been in solar for 8 years, and 7 years out of 8 years, I literally haven't knocked on a single door. Everything is done virtually. But if you are knocking on doors, I would get my butt to California and knock on as many doors as I can and let them know about NEM 3.0. Okay. It's a perfect opportunity to touch base again. Hey, maybe it didn't make sense for you then. Maybe it may make sense for you now. So let me share something, what I'm doing with a few homeowners of mine. Okay. So I put here, right? So not sure if you guys see, I sent this literally yesterday. I sent this, as you can see, it says there yesterday. I sent this to a couple homeowners. I said, hey, buddy, send over your electric bill as soon as you can. California just passed a bill today that will drastically reduce the amount of money that you can save, right? The amount of money that you can save. I always make it about them, right? It's going to drastically reduce the amount of money that you can save. We need to get your application submitted so we can get you grandfathered in the current policy before it changes, right? Before it changes. As you can see, I'm leaving out like specific dates, okay? Because if you put in some dates there, April 14th, right? Or April 15th, it's going to go away. NEM 2.0 is going to go away. Then you're not going to be able to save any more money in 3.0 and April 14th. Then the urgency, there's still some urgency there, but most homeowners are just going to wait, right? I got time. I'm just going to wait. I got a few more months, and they're going to wait. So I really am selective, right? It's strategic and intentional on how we reach out to homeowners. And this is what we teach at Solar University. Everything that we do is strategic, okay? We don't just say things just to say stuff. And even our presentation is strategic. That's why a lot of our students, their close rate ranges from 40%, which is amazing, maybe 45-ish, 40 to 45 is the minimum. And it ranges from like 75%. So I know those are amazing numbers, even 75%. These guys are crushing it, right? Crushing it. For me, when I was closing, I was more like a 50+% closer. But from there, some of these guys are taking our training and just like blowing it out of the water. I mean, their statistics are way better than mine when I sold solar like 100%. That's all I did, right? Nowadays, for me personally, I do a lot of coaching, and I'm showing other people how to get those kind of results, because a lot of people, and again, I'm kind of segueing away from the 3.0, right? So as I get more and more information, I will next week. I'll have more information how to pitch the 3.0. But for me personally, I get so many calls, right? Solar strategy calls every single month, right? And if you haven't booked your solar strategy call, make sure you do that. SolarStrategyCall.com. We jump on calls all the time, and the number one thing that a lot of reps want are leads. And I always ask, okay, great, leads are great. You need a pipeline of leads. But first and foremost, how are you managing those leads, right? Because maybe it's not a lead problem. Maybe it's a lead management problem. You don't need more leads. You just need to learn how to manage the leads, okay? Keep that in mind, guys. If you guys don't have a CRM, if you guys aren't managing your leads with a software, right? With a software, make sure that you stay tuned next week, and I'll show you guys how to get involved in our software. Because if you're making thousands of dollars every single month, right, in solar, you need to run your business like a business and use tools to leverage tools to grow your business, right? So make sure that you guys are using your software, because it may not be a lead problem. It could be a few things. It could be a lead management problem. It could be a conversion rate problem. It could be a pitch problem. The pitch that you have may not work, right? Or it may work, but it's very, very inefficient. Because think about this, everyone that's watching right now. You're in a situation that you're in financially, whether you love where you're at financially or whether you're not so loving where you're at financially. You are where you're at right now based on the knowledge that you know right now. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's been there, right? Wherever you're at right now, whether you're rock bottom or you're starting to claw your way to the top, everyone's been there. But imagine you're where you're at right now because of the knowledge that you have. Think about last year. What were you making financially last year? Is it more now? Because it's towards the end of the year, right? So you should have an idea. Did you make more money now in solar this year than you did last year? So how long you been in solar? Think about it. How long have you been in solar? Have you been in solar for 2 years, 3 years, a year? What is your track record financially in solar? Is it getting better? Is it the same? The majority of solar consultants, the commission that they make are the same every single year or fairly close. They probably made $100,000 last year, and in 2022 they're like 110, 105, 115,000. They didn't really change too much, right? The year before that they're probably close to maybe 100. Okay, if you want to take it to the next level, you have to get more information, more knowledge, so you can take your finances and your income to the next level. So meaning that invest in yourself. I can't stress this enough. If you didn't invest in yourself in 2022, whether you didn't go any conferences, you didn't attend any masterminds, you didn't take any courses, you didn't hire a coach, I suggest that you change what you're doing next year, your strategy, and start investing in yourself. And I guarantee you, when you calculate your finances at the end of 2023, it's going to be significantly more than it was this year. I guarantee you that, because you're going to learn some things that you didn't know before. That's going to take your level, like take your financial literacy to the next level. Okay. Because for me personally, I started out making probably about $100,000 a year in solar. Then it started growing and then growing and then growing. And 8 years, or actually 7+ years later, we're making multiple 7 figures in solar. We're creating software. We're masterminding with different, organizations, people in the industry. We're building a sales organization, doing YouTube videos, helping you guys out, coaching program. And I didn't think of all this myself, right? All these ideas. It's learning from a coach and learning from mentors and going to conferences, events. If you guys didn't sign up for SolarCon, make sure you guys go to SolarCon, right? Solar Joe and Jake and those guys are doing amazing throwing SolarCon. They're having it every single year. Make sure you guys go to that. It's an amazing event to network with people, to learn from other people, and take your finances to the next level in 2023. Because you guys already know, if you do the same thing, what you did, and expecting different result, that's insanity. So you guys know already, to take it to the next level, invest in yourself. Okay. What's up, Kyle? How are you, man? Exuberant. I'm looking exuberant today. I'm actually not home, as you guys can see. I'm actually in our Airbnb property. We're fixing it up a little bit more. That's why we've got some missing stuff here. But yeah, even with solar, right? Reinvest back into things like real estate, right? You guys know me as a solar guy, right? But my wife and I, we also invest in real estate, right? We moved here in Texas about 1.5 years ago. We literally bought 3 properties here already in Texas, right? One we're living in, the other 2 we're doing corporate rentals. This one's Airbnb. Actually, today is going to be the last day for Airbnb for us. We are going to make our homes more like corporate short-term rentals, right? That's the niche that we're getting into. Okay, because keep in mind as well, guys, solar won't be here forever. Okay, solar is not going to be here forever. Solar sales is not going to be here forever. If we have a good 10-year run, if you have an 8-year run, do whatever you can to capitalize on this run, and then reinvest that back into real estate, for example, right? Crypto, not too sure right now, but back into real estate, right? Back into real estate. Okay. Hey, Bruce, thank you very much, man. Hey, Eddie, you're very welcome, guys. So again, I'm about to jump on our coaching program at 11 o'clock on Fridays. I actually jump on and I do a lot of coaching. We got students that jump on. They ask us a lot of questions. We really help them build their business, right? Because at the end of the day, guys, this is your business, okay? This is your business. A lot of people are waiting, right? Waiting for my sales manager, waiting for my colleague to show me how to do, how to sell more solar, waiting for somebody to tell you what to do to grow your business. No one's going to save us, okay? Except our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Other than that, no one's literally going to save us. If you want to change your life, if you want to change your financial future, if you want to, if you want to do that, right, pick your hard. Okay, I listened to this morning, just um, reinforce what I already know, and pick your hard, right? Because it's hard to be broke. It's also hard to grow an amazing business, but it's rewarding, right? It's hard. It's pick your hard. It's hard to be broke, right? It's hard. It's hard to continuously try to grow your business. It's hard to go out there and knock doors. And in the cold right now, some states it's already snowing, right? Unless you're in California, it's probably not so hard knocking doors in that kind of weather, right? 75 degrees all year round, not so hard. But we don't have the luxury, just like the Californians, right, to knock on doors that are with really great weather. It's hard. Pick your hard, because time is going to pass anyway. We're all going to eventually get older. Okay? We're all going to eventually get older. So pick which hard do you want. Do you want a hard life, right? Do the easy things in life, right? Do the easy things. But if you want to build a business, which will be hard in the beginning, and that's why I tell you guys, make sure you surround yourself with the right people, get the right coaching conferences and things of that nature. So eventually that hard on building a business gets easier. It's more rewarding. And once you break through that hard, right, as far as building the solar business, then the fruits of your labor, right? You start capitalizing on all the fruits of your labor, right? But pick your hard. A lot of folks that's getting in this industry, what they're doing is they're jumping from a 9 to 5 in the solar. They're working freaking 50 hours a week, working for the man, making somebody else rich. But when they get in solar, they're waiting for their sales manager to show them what to do while they're laying in bed. Okay? While you're laying in bed watching a Zoom, like, oh, okay, listening to my manager, right? While you're laying in bed till noon. So in solar, this is your business. Go out there and make it freaking happen. I honestly feel that if you can't make it happen in solar, where literally a homeowner doesn't have to pull out a dollar or a dime out of their pocket if they decide to finance the system, if you're a salesperson, if you can't sell that where there's no upfront cost to the homeowner and they're saving money, right? You're not out there selling vacuum cleaners, right? If you can't sell this product, you need to reevaluate whether or not you want to be in sales, okay? Because I honestly feel right now, solar is the best thing that you can sell, right? Legally. Because I've seen some checks that came in, through our installers. Some of these checks are $10, $15, $20,000. And some of these are consistent $4,000 or $5,000, right? Even if you made four grand a deal, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So evaluate whether or not this industry is for you. Because if you're in sales and you're not making it happen, first and foremost, your ego may be too big, right? And I've been there. I've been there years ago when I'm like, I got it. I don't need anybody. I can do this myself. I don't need anybody's training. I don't need anyone's help, right? Little did I know I was probably making $100,000 a year at the time, where my wife was telling me, hey, once you join this guy's coaching program, these guys are making hundreds of $millions a year. But my ego was too big. My ego was like, I got it. I can do it myself, not rocket science. Why not learn from people that are way above and beyond, your financial situation? Because if they're making millions of dollars, just like our organization, right? We didn't always start out making multiple seven figures a year. It doesn't always start out that way. I started out just like you guys, knocking on doors, making maybe $80,000 to $100,000 a year until I took mentorship. Okay. And then that's when the business started growing. When I left the ego at the door, I'm like, you know what, the heck with that. I'm just going to learn from people, right, that are way ahead of me on certain parts of my business, my life, my faith, my marriage, my health. Okay. Awesome. Other than that, guys, I got to jump in this coaching program. Hopefully you guys got some value That's my whole premise. Every time I create videos, every time I jump live with you guys, I just want to be able to give value, right? Again, if you guys haven't booked your solar strategy call yet, solarstrategycall.com, solarstrategycall.com. And next week, I'm going to go over a little bit more about NEM 3.0. If I can get more information how to pivot and how to sell 3.0. I'm also going to go over our 7 streams of income. I kind of disclosed and gave you guys a sneak peek on what one of them is today. But I'm going to reveal to you guys the other 6 next week. But pick your heart, okay? That's all I'm asking you to do. You're going to go through life anyway, right? It's either you're going to pick the easy way, right? Which makes your life even harder, right? The easy way. Or you pick your hard now, like, you know what? I'm going to build my business. It is going to be hard. I'm going to find mentorship to make it easier. And eventually my big vision, or your big vision, right? Maybe in 6 months, a year, 2 years down the road, is to have the lifestyle that you want, have the financial future that you want. But it doesn't happen overnight, okay? But you have to choose which hard do you want. All right, everybody? Other than that, you guys have an amazing day. Book your solar strategy call, solarstrategycall.com. And invite your friends, your colleagues next week. Let everybody know, right? Let everybody know. This is the last thing I'm going to say. My vision is to help 1,000 solar consultants become millionaires, right? That's my 1,000. Hopefully you're one of them, okay? Hopefully you're one of them. That's my big vision, okay? Other than that, you guys have an amazing weekend. Stay safe. Spend a lot of time with your family. Other than that, God bless everybody. Peace out.